All right, chat. You know what time it is. I'm a little bit tired today. We're doing a lot of long streams this week. 17, 18, 19, 20-hour long streams. So, been playing a lot, streaming a lot. So, I'm not totally awake at the moment, but I'm mostly there. That being said,
bro, that's
I
enough
play a lot of
yapping.
Overwatch.
I don't care.
Pro scrim meta, really good, is you kind of have to know how to play against ball. And there's two things. One, we're watching a while. But on the flip side, tank still isn't fun. I don't know how to fix it. Well, yes I do. But at this point,
Tank isn't fun because, well, guys, just bring back 6v6. It'll fix tank. Trust me, bro. Tank isn't fun. Smile. Yup.
it is what it is. We roll with the punches. So first up, let's start with arguably probably one of the biggest slept on characters in the game at the moment, Ball. Ball's really good. The problem though with Ball being really good is you kind of have to know how to play against Ball. And there's two things. One, Ball is really good. I'm stealing this from Spylo. Ball is really good until he isn't. Ball is really good until he isn't. What that means is Ball is insane until you swap to all his counters, and then all of a sudden you can't play.
Okay, Ball is really good because everyone on your team has no hands, no limbs, no brain cells, and they'll never swap. So if they don't swap, it's GG. And if they do swap, the Ball is just going to outplay them because your teammates are always worse than the enemy team somehow.
Play the game.
So Ball broken.
That being said, I do think
Ranked.
Ball's really good because unless you get a team with counter swap Carls and everybody starts swapping it against you, you can pop off. You can get a lot done.
I'd agree.
But once everyone swaps, now you can't play the game at all. Now you might say, but FLATS, that's the tale with every tank. True, to an extent. Like you can still like you suck. Like you're not like it's better for you to swap. Ball, like you legitimately go from like huge impact to useless. But Ball's still pretty good. Ball's really good. If you played against the unkillable Ball, you probably know what I'm talking about. Doom, even though this patch note wasn't very big, it did actually shake up a lot of things. Luckily, Doom is not one of the winners though. I think Doom is worse.
Bro, I got Doom.
I
I don't care. Hold on.
Buff like the
Diva.
damage buff plus like the shotgun spread being much.
The problem with Doom is it's the same problem as Ball, so it's just 2 and 2 together. Just Doom is exponentially worse.
Tighter.
Like,
Diva's really
just a
good.
terrible hero.
I'm tempted to not put Diva and Doom in the same tier. I kind of want to put Diva up one potentially. You know what? Maybe I knocked Doom down to C.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna knock Doom down to C. That's what I'm gonna do.
Oh my god, I'm agreeing with FLATS. Oh fuck.
I don't. Here's the thing, okay?
I love YouTube. I love YouTube ads. I love YouTube ads. Let's go.
Tanks are S tier this season. That's the thing. I think that in scrim play, Mauga's S tier. But on ladder, not everyone knows how to play with a Mauga, and not everyone knows how to play him. I've done enough spectating to know that, especially in your metal ranks, people don't even know what the E does. It's like, all right, let's do this really quick. Let's jump to Mauga. People don't know how to play Mauga because it's almost like old Brig in Overwatch 1, where high-level players say the character's broken, but low-level players don't understand how to play the character.
Bro, there's nothing to this hero. Your E does like what, damage reduction, and then you fucking get HP. So sick, bro. What the fuck is he talking about?
So they don't know if they
don't even have to aim.
But the reason they think he's broken is because like they just shoot him the entire time and he doesn't die, right? But like that is also true. It's weird though, right? Because like some people think like, oh, Mauga's not that good. Like you can shut him down so easy with Sigma or Diva, and that's true. But that's especially true for bad Maugas, right? Mauga is a B. Yeah, you're high as balls.
What?
I hate to break it to you. The reason why Mauga isn't dominating every single game at the moment is because one, it's rush that Mauga has to play with, and it's really good. It requires a little bit of coordination. I guarantee if they brought back like pro play, like right now, like if we had something to really watch, Mauga's getting played 100%. I mean, the patch didn't really do a whole lot of changes, and that was what we mostly saw at DreamHack Dallas. Mauga got untouched. Well, who got touched? Hog? Orisa since then, right? Like, Mauga's good. Nope, Mauga got diffed last week in the playoffs by Sigma May. In one game? Okay, what game was it? Because if I remember correctly, walking into it, the Korean teams were playing Mauga, and the Western teams were playing Winston and Sigma, and they got smoked on.
Not really. Like, the matchup's not bad. It's mostly like a team diff. Like, if Kaluj hit a fucking flex in any of the matches, like, they maybe would have won a game or two.
So they swapped to playing Mauga. So, just saying, you're looking at one match in one game, and you're like, well, actually, I don't think so, buddy. I don't think so. Anyways, we'll see. Mauga really good. Requires a little bit of coordination, though. You're not going to get that in ranked. I think it was the team who only runs that comp. Well, they only run Sigma May. Well, I haven't seen it, so it's hard to argue here, but I have a feeling that that's not going to be the case for long. Hog. Hog did get nerfed quite a bit, but I don't think Hog is
Still
terrible.
the same guy.
I actually think he's low-key still pretty decent. Yeah, he's not.
Hog will never be bad in ranked. It's just a solo hero, like a solo carry hero. Like, all your teammates are shit, you swap Hog.
Not the same
It's not
unkillable raid boss, but he's still kind of an unkillable raid boss at certain times.
Yeah.
The problem is, he still one-shots. The one-shot's still really
Yeah, that's not even a problem, to be honest.
It didn't really do a whole lot, but the big one, and we'll get there in a second, is Hog typically isn't that good into Sig when you're playing hard poke. Hog is just going to suffer a little bit. Plus, you take away a little bit of survivability. Don't get me wrong, still very good. It is what it is. Hog's still really, really good. I wouldn't put him in this tier, though. Junker Queen.
Junker Queen got a little better this patch. She's definitely viable.
Was good, but she's not.
She's way better than Doomfist. I'd argue she's better than Hog or Diva. That's my take. Just because I watched Guru play it. But yeah, I feel like she's way better than people give her credit.
Not that great.
Especially with Lucio Curie. It's pretty nice.
She's alright. She can be good, but again though, this is just the feast or famine of tank. You have that game where Junker Queen goes 31-0. And you're like, oh my god, Junker Queen's OP. Tank doesn't dictate shit anymore. You basically are just at the mercy of like what your team is playing, the comp is playing, what everyone's target coordination is. And so you have certain games where someone's 31-0, and then you have another game where they go 007. And Queen really falls victim to that more than anybody. Plus, again, like I said, it's more poke. Poke is getting what's being played more than anything. Queen doesn't do that well in poke. She's more of a rush character. And if you're playing rush, you're probably going to play Mauga.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Next up, I'm actually going to throw Orisa as well in the C.
Orisa's dog shit. F. I don't know what he's smoking.
I think Orisa is probably the worst tank right now in the game.
Yeah. That means don't play her at all, please. Literally, do not touch Orisa. F tier, like, the second you use gold and then your gold is down, oh, you're fucking useless for another 10 seconds, man.
Not by a lot, just like a little bit. Because she's still survivable. She
can't survive for shit. I can't listen to this.
Right? Reason why she
next.
Orisa. Next up, Ramattra. I don't think Ramatra's
bad.
I don't think he's good. I think Ramatra's a good example.
I think Ramatra's really good. It just depends on the person, on their cooldown management. Like, we literally saw Ramattra be played in pro play, and it was working really well. Like, it was actually insane.
A very balanced middle of the road tank right now. Yeah, not much else to really.
Better than Hog, better than Diva. I'd put him in A. Like, he's solid. He does everything pretty well. He's not bad against Farah. Which meta right now is pretty good with Cass. Pretty good with Bab. Good with Lucio. Good with... what else? Good with Kiri. Like...
not the best
solid fucking hero.
Mauga's still better.
Also lives a lot longer than these two heroes. So that's why, like, living is so important this meta on tank. So if you just block, Mauga has his fucking shout. Tank has his huge HP pool.
Everyone deserves
oh my god, bro. Shut up.
Rein and Ramattra are pretty interchangeable in a lot of ways. Not really.
What? Rein or Ramattra,
Gonna
interchangeable.
dominate games. Not really gonna throw you games. Safe pick.
What?
Rein also is gonna go in the B tier.
What?
Rein's a lot
What is this quick play ranking system?
tankier when you just play like the stand there and try not to die style, but it's really boring, and then you get chipped down and you die.
What's up, Zevs?
And depends on who you talk
Ramattra on a D was
You have
confusing
those
me. Me
certain
too, bro.
players you talk to, they're like, oh my god, Rein's OP, he's unkillable.
Yeah, Ryan's pretty solid right now, but bro, this needs to be here. Ryan's, I'd say better than these two for sure. Just because you can live longer,
And then you have people like
you
oh,
can
yeah,
take over
Rein
games than Ryan.
sucks, right? And the fact that it's both of those statements are true at the exact same time is why the experience sucks, because it's so radical in both ways.
Let me break it down for you guys. The only reason these heroes are good right now is because they can live longer, and in poke meta, you need to live. So essentially where Doom has 400 fucking HP and it has to punch in for value, or fucking Queen has a shout that's like 11 seconds, and this hero like if you play this, you need to be killed. I'm not even joking. In game, of course, but you use gold and it's GG. Like
It goes so radically
terrible
both ways.
hero.
And it is sad, but there's not really a whole lot you can do. I will say Emong's changes in the arcade, the creator mode was kind of fun.
I don't
like,
care, man.
Dominant, pick almost every single game and pop the fuck off. And there's like certain maps and certain things feel really balanced. Kinda nice. But out of the tanks that are on this list, Sigma's probably number 1. I'd put Mauga at number 2 for like really high level play /
Whatever.
coordinated
Sigma
play.
can live. Sigma's
Ball,
good.
Number 3. But if we're win, I'll put him in the
Instant.
I think
Like I'd agree. Like he's not bad.
he's low A
He's not bad if your teammates talk to you.
versus high A. Like Sigma's a high A, Winston's a low A.
The only issue is you have those games where they insta blow up your bubble and then you're just insta killed too.
But Winston can be really good on a lot of places. It's just not like a turn your brain off pick every game. You also have to understand how to play Winston. The way you play Winston nowadays is you try to take as little poke as possible when you go in.
Yeah.
Is he better than Diva? I would argue, yeah. I would say better than Diva. And the reason why I'd say better
The
is Diva
fucking
is
question is that?
you're such a better enabler on Winston. Like Diva feels like the defensive version of Winston.
God, if you guys if my chat was this brain dead, I would ban all of you. I'm not even kidding.
And plus that armor change, like the Diva does less damage to armor, while also Winston isn't affected by armor. So like in the 1v1, Winston is so much better now than he used to be when Diva used to just kind of blow up Winston. So yeah, and especially with poke being strong, like if you're playing Diva versus poke, you're gonna get poked out really, really hard and kind of die. But at Winston, you all in on whatever poke heroes are there.
It's nice because the poke heroes this meta are not tanky at all and have like one movement ability, so you can just burst them down. It's usually the DPS heroes, like Cash or something else. You can burst down on Monkey if you have a chance. I don't think Winston is like good into the Mauga comp or the Sigma comp at all, to be honest. Like that's the one thing. That's why he's low A, and I'd kind of agree with it. I'll probably put it in high B. I'd put these two in C or fucking low B, and I'll put these two in high A or high B.
And it gives you a good fight. Yeah, that's a little better. To be honest with you, grouping, it feels so weird. This like little square rectangle of genuinely right. Tank players complain. But it's so ass. It's like the experience sucks. It's people like they just don't want to hear it. It's like
only reason the tank experience sucks is because only a few characters are viable right now. So like people go from the DPS role where they can play Cass, they can play Echo, they can play Tracer, they can play fucking Torb, they can play Ashe, they can play Pharah, they can play Reaper, they can play fucking Mei, they can play Junkrat, they can play Widow, they can play Venture, they can play Genji, they can play Hanzo. All these heroes that they can play right now that are somewhat solid picks and then they go into the tank role thinking it's the same, and it's just really not the same. There's only a few heroes they can play right now. That it's gonna feel like where you're having impact and helping your team. Because if you play these fucking heroes, you're just pretty much throwing. This is somewhat okay, and then this is like what you're supposed to play. But if you don't play, it's kind of like if they do play it, it's GG for your team.
They want it to change. Like, people are
Massive
gonna complain when they
disadvantage.
want something to change, but then
I love I love eating these ads. It's so sick.
like, what are you supposed to do then? Like, you just don't say anything, just so to appease you because you're just tired of hearing it. Like, what the do you do then? Like,
What's up, Stoner?
it bothers you so much, just don't pay attention. You know what I mean?
Don't ban me. I won't.
So I don't know. It's kind of ass. I hope it improves at some point.
The problem with tank players is they're professional like whiners, man. Like holy shit. Like supports have had like BAP meta for like a good like year and a half, and then they had like fucking Brig Ana meta for a good another year. They had a Zen Brig meta for a good year. Like no one's crying.
I joked about this one time, but honestly, maybe it's coming less of a joke. I'm like one more really
Old
shitty
Kiri
tank
meta for 2
rotation
years.
match, I'll become like a 6v6er, I swear to God. Okay. On to the DPS. Ashe. Middle of the road. Not insane. Not bad. Middle of the road. Decent pick. Not your best pick. Poke is okay. Poke is pretty good. Ashe is typically pretty good with poke, but the problem is like after the health changes, her breakpoints kind of got changed quite a bit. So yeah. That's it. Bastion. Bastion's not that good. Bastion's not that good.
Yeah.
Bastion's a solid C.
Alright, scrim starting, boys. 1 sec. We'll get back to it in a sec. Oh shit, I need to log back onto Overwatch. Boys. Someone's 10 minutes late, sick. Oh shit, I can get it. Someone's late. They said in chat they're gonna be 10 minutes late. Sorry, that's awesome. Go back to it, I'll definitely call. Fucking fuck, dude.
Bastion is just kind of struggled ever since they nerfed how long it takes to use your shift again. It still sucks if you.
I don't care about Bastion.
Insane. It is.
That's his S. I don't have much to say.
And then it ramps down to 0 speed plus.
Are you still crying about Cass? Chill out.
Next up, maybe also a bit controversial.
I don't think Echo is S. Maybe A or B, but I don't. She's not S tier. She's definitely not S tier.
But I'm actually going to put Echo as well in the S tier. Echo is extremely good right now.
You guys just lying.
If the best projectile hero in the game. No. The second best projectile hero in the game. But up there. Very much up there. So, part of what makes Echo so good, really good poke.
You mean Pharah wins? It's just like Pharah provides so much pressure team-wise than Echo can ever do. Echo can do the one burst on someone if they get it, and like, okay, let's say they secure a kill. But the Pharah spam and everything that you can do is way too much. Like, it overwhelms the Echo spam, if that makes sense.
Poke, good mobility, and just copy. Copy's so nice to have. overall, Echo's just been flying under the radar, being really, really good for a few seasons now. It's just been like constantly A, but I'm actually willing to throw her up into S. I'm very much willing to throw her up into S.
It's A or
Hanzo
B.
number 1. Yes, Hanzo is actually our S tier. No, I haven't lost my marbles that much. Next up, Genji, flying under the radar.
Honestly, the Hanzo thing makes sense to me.
See what I did there? I don't think Genji's bad. I don't think he's good either. I think he has some, like, middle. Also, I just for the
Hanzo's A too.
The like
Junkrat's dog shit. Yeah.
Mei, low key, really good. Here's the thing, though.
It's B. It's not A.
Mostly poke. Mei's not getting played in like ladder games that much. But here's the thing. Do play Rush and you have a Mei, you basically make sure that their tank doesn't get to play.
Yeah, tell me what Rush hero besides Mauga is viable. Not viable. Not where is it? Not viable. Not viable. Not viable. Not viable. You only have Mauga.
Play the game.
And then, like, if you play Mei, they're just gonna have Tracer running around. It's like, it's just GG. Like, you're just trolling.
You just walk up.
Or Pharah running around.
You wall him.
If you don't match Pharah into their Pharah cast, it's just GG too. So that's why Mei's not getting played, and she's not really too good.
Yeah, they nerfed.
Same problem with Sim. Pharah's just too good.
The projectile size of the icicle, but they also
I'd put her in
buffed
B.
how much damage it does. It's like the old Mei damage.
I don't care.
Flex DPS or projectile.
Yes, of course.
Very much. I haven't seen many people play him very
Reaper's
much.
dog shit.
Better utility than Reaper.
Soldier's terrible. He better
So,
put it in fucking F.
SA tier.
This hero is terrible. Do not play Sojourn. I don't know what crack pike like he just hit. Like, I don't know.
I actually can't believe it. The S tier has dominated by
The nerf is so
Sojourn, or
bad.
the
It
A
is
tier
terrible.
Has been dominated by Sojourn since
Historic change. Sojourn wasn't the problem.
the launch.
They nerfed this hero to the ground and buffed this hero fucking to the sky and this hero to the sky. We have 2 S tier DPS heroes instead of 1 S tier DPS hero.
Overwatch 2. This is the first
Rainbows,
time
yeah.
that I would say confidently.
When you nerf the hero's whole thing about having a high damage rail, and then just giving it 2 extra damage on the fucking water pellets it shoots, it's not okay. It's really not okay. It's really not. Like, I don't know, they just killed this whole character's, like, reason she was good was a rail, and she doesn't have rail anymore, and it's GG. Like, you do 100 damage with rail to Tracer, you do, like, what, 120, 130 damage, full charge headshot? Like, it's disgusting. Like, it shouldn't be a thing.
Sojourn's not that.
At this point, get rid of rail and add a different ability. Like, give her a grenade. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
That good. Why? What happened? So what they did, hero to typically win the duels, and because Sojourn has started losing the duels now, even with like a little bit of rail going into the start, she's fallen down quite a bit. Now, railgun pierces, it charges up faster and
Doesn't matter. Railgun does 0 damage. Railgun does absolutely 0 damage.
that's happened.
Bastion right click is better than Sojourn right click. It's so bad.
And Sojourn's been a really hard character to balance because good. They've done a pretty good job with Sojourn.
The fact that she couldn't one-shot headshot was a pretty good change they made. I felt like she was okay at that range. On top of this, Cass was already being played last season for meta. Like, Surge wasn't being played. I don't know. The nerfs came out of nowhere. Like, the nerfs should have came out a year ago.
Gotta give him credit. They cooked. Soldier. I don't think Soldier's bad. I don't think he's good. I think
Soldier is terrible. Probably D tier or F tier. Don't listen to this guy. He's fucking trolling.
he's very middle of the road.
Sojourn is better than Soldier. That's for sure.
Can be serviceable. Can pump out good damage. Good against characters like Queen.
By the way, what's up, S7 and Amasia and Lyrox? How are you guys?
Queen's the first one that came to mind. I'm trying to think what else. Like Zarya, I guess. Doom on some maps, Mauga on some maps, like high ground control, just playing like super poke, like, you know, putting the
Good with Queen. This guy's smoking, man.
Sombra.
Sombra's pretty
weird.
solid.
Sombra's
She's
weird.
not weird. You have me in
think
fucking
Sombra's
A tier, you ape.
Very good right now.
Oh my god! Oh my god, man. Where he said he was complaining about Malga fucking meta and ball for 90 minutes, and then he put Sombra. Sombra is weird.
But I don't think she's bad either. I would say she has potential. She's good in very, like, some niche matchups.
She's good against 1, 2. Actually, all the tanks up here, she's really good against that are A tier. So all the meta tanks, Sombra is good against.
But place.
Keep crying, bro. Keep crying,
Symmetra.
please.
This one's weird. I suspect that this is the way the game is going to start to develop soon.
This is not the way that the game's gonna develop. I can tell you that much because this hero hasn't gotten nerfed yet. The second this hero gets nerfed, this is how the game's gonna develop. But May might be played with Symmetra, maybe. But I think Cass is too strong to play over May. In my opinion, Cass is too strong to play over May. Unless Cass gets nerfed too. These two heroes get nerfed. This hero's not S tier, probably around A or B. Maybe it might be a May Sim meta, but
it hasn't quite gotten there. And the reason I think that is because Fair's really good, Echo's really good. So it's like Sim's not as good into them. But Sim is like the giga sleeper pick. Because Sigma's getting played a lot,
if Symmetra gets played a lot, I think what we're gonna see is fucking either Winston take over to counter comp it,
which is really good against
or Ball.
Sigma. The ramp up time is a lot faster, and Symmetra's played a lot with the Mauga comps. So Symmetra has a lot of room to grow.
Because if you crash out with Ball, like you fucking fuck up the TP, slam the TP, just displace people with Ball against the Sim Mauga comp, you're pretty much guaranteed to win.
Problem is though,
like the picks come by like so easy because they have to walk to you.
I don't think many people either A have caught on or B, is just playing the more poke style, and you don't typically play Symmetra and poke, so it doesn't make sense. Give it some time. This is my more of my prediction pick. This is like
what do you mean prediction pick? Everyone saw the patch notes. Like a fucking 5-year-old can make the guess, man.
Something I go, I have a whole lot to say about Torb. The turrets.
What? You put Soldier up here and Torb down here.
Okay.
Sick, bro.
I know what you're kind of doing.
What's up, Lemon?
Player does that. Can't like turn your brain off in 24.
Let's put Venture at.
That's very ironic. But yeah, Tracer's really good.
Tracer S, okay.
Really good. Venture's also really good. But I don't know if I'm really high.
It's better than May.
I'm gonna probably put Venture in.
Bro. Bro.
In the B.
My god, man.
I'll probably play it safe on Venture. And I'm not sold on this one. I'm kind of like,
What do you mean? You haven't been fucking railed enough, man? You need to drill more? More up your ass? Fuck. Like, it's better than Ashe. Better than May, better than Sim. More viable than these two heroes. I'd put it in fucking A. These need to be down here. This is Troll. Needs to be up here.
also play that really good Venture, and they go all in, and they just kind of roll. And she's very feast or famine.
Widow is good on Widow maps. Widow is S tier on Widow maps. Widow is bad on non-Widow maps. I don't know how you rank the hero, to be honest. It's not a must pick, so it's not S tier, but it's a must pick on some maps. And there's maps where she's viable at. I guess B, bro. I don't know. There isn't.
He is like the
Widow's weird.
Babysit their tank, and if they don't interesting that it seems like they're changing their philosophy. Oh, another thing that they mentioned in it is that they don't really like the way counter swapping is anymore, which is very interesting.
Oh my god, no way they realized 2 years into the game that they don't like counter swapping. That's insane.
Because if you like certain things, but I still feel the same way. One of the things was like the article from with the launch of Overwatch where they kind of lost. And there's not that many good Winston players.
On an A. Yeah, she's better than this
So,
season.
Really low-key S tier support.
Yep. Not much to say.
Briggs had like a bit of a glow up. Granted,
What?
I still hate the ult stun.
Brig is good because Ana's good. Ana's not good when Brig is what's it called? Brig is bad when Ana's bad. Pretty much it. Unless she has to support a Zen, if we see a Zen meta ever, which has never happened in Overwatch 2. At least at the start it happened, but it was Bab Zen.
Because it's this, you gotta give him credit. That being said, though, I think Brig is still pretty good.
It is not A tier. It is B tier. Maybe A tier if you group on a Brig, but Brig alone is not A tier.
I think that she's not dominating, but she has a place and she has a niche. The problem is with poke, you don't typically play Brig and poke, but there's certain times where, but good. No, I'm down. Alari.
If Alari was meta, everyone would be playing Alari right now. Alari's not meta, man. She's strong A. Or B. You can make an argument for B. Brig is consistently high B. I'd agree with that take. Alari is not that good. It's because the problem with the BAP Alari pairing is you have a lot of damage output. Your healing's okay, it's pretty good. You have window and you have Alari ult, but you do not have a defensive ult. And the only thing defensive you have is your lamp. On the other hand, when you have Lucio and BAP, you have a defensive ult and you have speed and you have all these things. You have Boob. This hero makes BAP really good. BAP makes this hero really good. And it makes whatever rush comp you're playing or whatever poke comp you're playing really good.
Alari's so good. Alari's really
Alari can't be good if Lucio is good.
good.
But then again, in poke comps, Alari could be good. It's just, this is rank dependent, but if it's team play, Alari is never going to be good, man.
And Alec actually confirmed this on the thing with Spylo. Is like her pick rate and win rate have shot up recently. She was already good, and then there was some changes that got made where her pylon now does an extra 10 healing, but she does half to herself. So she only does 20 self healing, but it does 40 healing per shot. Plus her beam is still pretty good. Plus she does really good damage. And remember what I said about what the meta is. Don't forget what I said about the meta is. It's poke. And a character like Alari that can take an off angle and poke.
Yeah, until she gets run down by someone, so.
It's really good. So, that being said, yeah, I've noticed, especially playing tank versus Alari, if there's a pylon healing someone, I can't kill them anymore. Without the DPS pads.
Yeah, because you can't aim. GG.
I have to kill the pylon first. With the literal turret that's just sitting there and you have to kill it first. Really good.
Oh, shut up.
And it's in your metal rank.
Threes, A, I'd agree. My name, yup.
Gold. You piece of shit. Because most players mean good. Like, they're not bad people. People are not trying to troll your games 90% of the time. The other tanks so they can get all their health. Because they, like, you can't buff him either. He's just
Put him in F. This year is terrible.
There's not much to do, you know? And the Boop can be as strong and over 2.
Okay, at least he put Lucio in S, bro. At least he put Lucio in S. At least. Thank you.
Is the number one. You don't get to red.
What does he call Moira? What is Moira?
Damage boost does suck to play against. Not really. Like Rez can the way he like or she's.
Bro, can you stop talking about Mercy?
Oh
Mercy's never been good.
Or bad. That's it. End of thoughts.
B.
Zen.
What?
Zen?
What did she say?
Else to say about it? I think she could be much worse. I literally don't have much else to say about it. Really, really good. Kiri. I think Kiri's still really good. I don't think she's bad in any way, shape, or form. I think that she's still a top tier pick.
I agree.
Next, Lifeweaver. Lifeweaver blows.
Yep.
But you can't buff him. And he's probably also menace in your metal ranks. A tier? Yeah, I know where you play. I can tell. Oh, I can tell off a glance where you're playing. Because as I was just about to say, you can tell what rank someone's in, but talking about how good or how bad Lifeweaver is. Because if
What
you play
does it
in
even
bronze
have
or
to
silver,
correlate, bro?
maybe even low gold, you think Lifeweaver is the most annoying piece of shit. If you play on really, really high level, you also think a Lifeweaver is the most annoying piece of shit. But he's ass. There's a difference. You think he's an annoying piece of shit.
Ryan
which
B
is good.
tier?
I think he's an annoying
Yeah,
piece of shit because he's ass.
I'd agree with Ryan B
Because
tier.
why I think he's ass is because basically the character is sitting
I'm
there,
just
he
mad
don't wanna-
about
he
the
doesn't
RAM
require
being
much else.
fucking
And then the
B
pull,
tier.
like people just don't know how to pull. Like pull is such a shit mechanic. I hate it. I hate that ability. I genuinely hate that ability. I remember when we first saw that ability get like teased, and I was like, this is gonna be so ass because unfortunately most players mean good. Like they're not bad people. People are not trying to troll your games 90% of the time. 99% of the time, people are not trolling you with pull, but they don't know how to use it. And so like there's so many
Bro,
times where like,
what?
someone's close
Bro,
to dying,
99% of the time my teammates are trolling
there was a
games.
Twitter
Like,
clip a while ago of someone who was like less than 100 HP on Mauga, but their E was about to come online, and they're touching the point, and they're about to start like shooting the other tank so they can get all their health back and survive and keep from C9ing, and they get yoinked off the point because they're less than 100 health and looks like they're gonna die. And because of that, they C9, they pop their E, and because they popped their E and got pulled away from the fight, they didn't actually get value out of it, and they lose the fight, and it's like, it's so stupid. You know what I mean? Like, it trolls people unintentionally. It doesn't actually bring many good mechanics. It's so okay. I know you guys are talking about like Emog or Seagull trolling me in like games. That's just us having a good time. I'm speaking like an actual game to game, like people are trying basis. That being said, though, he's not like the biggest troll pick. If like he can get good healing, the tree is pretty decent. He has good shield break. He's not a good character to pick. The character's great. The kit is badly designed. It's just there's
I don't care about this. Just get
your
to
other
Moira.
S tier, 100%.
Okay.
But the
understood.
point is though, it's like a walk around the map. It's faster, so like res can actually happen more often, or you just have to change the way healing interacts because like she just doesn't heal well, or you change the way damage boost is. Like I don't know, like it sucks. Like she's a great character, but also one of the most hated when she's good, because unfortunately people
Mercy
get frustrated.
sympathizer.
But
Jesus.
Mercy's still really fun to play, and so it's a really sad synergy. And you actually can see it. A lot of people this week, especially with Pink Mercy being played a lot, you're again seeing all the people complain about Mercy players. You're like, oh my god, heal bot Mercy. Oh my god, you know, whatever the it is, right? Like some bullshit, right? It always happens.
Damage boost is AIDS. Seems much better and easier to balance than current res. Bring back season 1 and 2 movement. All these people live in the past, bro. They don't think about something else.
But I don't think Mercy should be a bad character. I don't think that that's fair. So I don't know what to do. Don't ask me. That doesn't mean she's good though. Next up, Moira. I don't
B2
think
is
Moira's
crazy?
good
No, fuck
or
Mercy.
bad. I think she's just fine.
B tier Moira.
I think she could be better.
Stop!
I think she could be
Stop! You're the reason they play Moira. Stop, 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 stop. Oh my god. You have all these options up here that are really good picks. And then you have people that fucking main this shit. Like,
worse.
they're pushing Moira agenda. It's actually disgusting.
I literally don't have much else to say about it. She's fine. Fine where she is. That's it. End of thoughts.
Doesn't do enough healing. She doesn't do enough damage. Her ult sucks. Gets cancelled too easily. The heal meter runs out too fast since your teammates are always taking damage. We're in a poke meta. Moira's just worse now. As you guys saw in scrims, when they tried playing JQ Moira, they just fucking shot their JQ until Moira fucking heal meter ran out, and then we were able to kill Queen. I don't know. It's just so terrible. She doesn't do anything for your team.
Zen. Zen is actually still pretty good. Zen low-key pretty good.
Zen has not been good for what? I think Zen hasn't been good for 6 seasons now. Maybe more, actually. Zen hasn't been good in like 7, 8 seasons. That's crazy. Zen was good in season 1 and 2. Yeah, Zen is B tier or C tier at best. Just pretty. Discord's really strong in ranked. In team play, it's you're just gonna get run over. You don't even live on Bap or Kyria in team play, so Zen is good when you can like Discord the tank and get away with it, but after they swap to ball or fucking Mauga or just sit behind the corner for 3 seconds, Zen is bad.
With poke being good, especially in ranked, the reason being you play against Mauga or Hog or Orisa and they have a Zen, you're probably in for a bad time. Unless their team is really coordinated and they just run at you and you can't actually get the Discord on them and hurt them in time, Zen still f***s up a lot of the tanks. And the poke is really good and the range is really good. Zen may be a little bit slept on because Lucio's so good. Like, normally you'd want a Lucio over a Zen, just on average. That doesn't mean Zen's bad, though. I think Zen's kind of slept on. Low-key, pretty good. So, okay. There it is. Your season 11. Wow.
Throw pick, throw pick, throw pick, throw pick. Throw pick, throw pick. Throw pick. Throw pick. Massive throw pick. Insane throw pick. Insanity of a throw pick. Throw pick, throw pick. Insane throw pick. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. Throw pick. Insanity of a throw pick. Guys, whatever's up here is kind of viable. Only play this. Why is man A smoking the fucking something? The wazoo hitting the crack pipe. Anyway, that's your season 11 tier list.